ahead of Menard. Nick Young keeps his head up, looks for a lane to play a pass. Finds Nelson, looking for Pelletier, finds its way to Kohanski. Kohanski looking to find Pelletier and or Loomer along the far side of the ice, nothing doing. And back on it for the Chicago Steel. First time Chicago's been here since the 2023-24 season. They won both of the games between these two clubs here at the Icebox that time. The road team has won each of the last 4 games between these two clubs, funnily enough. Left side, Chicago with it in their own end. Pass too hot off the skates of Trevor Shorter. In behind the crease now. Carried up further. Brady Sloper trying to keep an athlete. Make sure they pronounce your name correctly. We don't want to deal with that. I want to make sure that parents are happy. Stars won the face-off. They'll send it low. Here's Sauer. As Marine now doing some work to the left side half wall. This is a big, beefy line out there for Lincoln. Shot from the point, missed the net. In behind. Grabbed by Marine. He'll look to feed it to Nelson. Instead, he loses puck possession and it's sent back forward for Bumgarner. And he'll dump it in to the near side wall. Nelson looked like he was interfered with. There's no call. KJ Sauer for Nick Young in behind his own net. He'll go and find Brownhausen. Head up, plays it off the dasher, but it goes right to the stick of Bumgarner. Nelson has to settle it down. Look out. It's those teams from Iowa that they just irk you. Face-off won by Lincoln. Brownhausen will pitchfork it back up towards the point looking for Ibsen. He can't keep the zone. Or did he keep the zone? I guess they say he did. I didn't think he could from this angle, but then again, we're at this angle. Here's Brownhausen carrying, trying to center it for Marine. Will be grabbed by Waterloo and spun up quickly. Here comes Patrick Tolan. Tolan along the near side wing, trying to beat out his number-saken Ibsen. He'll eat some forearms for it. Now Marine coughed it up to Erickson. Erickson in behind the net. Fought for a moment. Board battle ensues there. We can hear every inch of it down on our ice mic. Sticks whacking at it. Marine trying to loosen it. Eventually, Samuel Marine comes away with it. He's got a goal in his Stars career since beginning it with Tri-City. Fed to the far side wall. Here's Brownhausen. We know how much he can skate, but he coughed up the puck there. Look out, Lincoln caught in a change. Here's Tolan far side. Looking to get past Brown. Centered it in front. Erickson got past one man. It was a kick save made by KJ Sauer. Wow. Now Samuel Marine carrying south. 3-on-3. Griffin Brown. Lincoln, with the firepower that they possess, is probably the more offensively opportune team. Shot from the left side blue line on the zone entry by Young is gobbled up once more by Louis Vara. Athletic trainer and equipment manager Corey Courtney. He's at 98% still. It's been unbelievable to watch that thing go all season. Chicago wins the face-off. Carry up right side. Erickson will dump it into the near side wall for Tolan. A lot of the play has been in Lincoln's offensive end. Here's Loomer off the dasher, looking for Pelletier. To the left side circle, Pelletier. A harsh angle shot. That one hit the outside of the net and knocked the water bottle of Louis Vara for free. Now back up to the point, Young taking a shot. That one deflected off the glass to the right. Loomer for Pelletier. The referee's going to pick up the bottle in behind the net of Louis Vara. And thankfully that didn't come back to bite anybody. Now left side, here is Tolan feeding Bumgarner. He scores. Kohanski can't win the faceoff. Grabbed up near, a big hit by Pelletier kind of caused me to lose my words. Now Loomer has it in front, has Pelletier in the honey hole. He has a stick kind of held on to. There's no whistle. Good defensive play. Now Kohanski in behind the net, feeds it. Pelletier put it wide. Now comes up to Nelson looking in front for the tip of Kohanski. Nothing doing. And put back out in the neutral by the Chicago Steel. Now Pelletier to the far side for Nelson. Nelson with his head up finds it into the skates of Kohanski. 3-on-2 for the Stars. Kohanski had the trailer and Young, he didn't see him. Now Young in front of the Zamboni doors, looking to pin the puck free along with Pelletier. Young, the first one on it for Lincoln. Now it comes free for a moment to Bumgarner, the goal scorer for Chicago. Nearly poked off of it by Loomer. Carrying north. Good stick by Kohanski. Breaks up the chance, but now Chicago carrying it back up south. Here's Kemps. But he's offsides. 17:40 minute for Cunningham. Now another Illinois native. Cunningham looks to get it to Williams. It was in his skates, but top-tier organizations in the USHL. That's why we won Organization of the Year last year, folks. Dump down the length of the ice. No icing. Loomer beats out Millett to the puck. In behind, Kohanski working it free. Centered it for Pelletier. Back up to the point. Nelson shoots. Deflected by Kohanski, but Louis Vara made the save. Puck is in the pants of Young. Came free and behind the net. Millett jockeys with Pelletier. Centered it in front. Whistled by Kohanski, but it popped the pads of Louis Vara once more. Now Loomer in behind for Kohanski. This line buzzing. Kohanski fumbled the puck for a moment, able to work it free, looks to feed the point, finds it towards Pelletier, but it kind of handcuffed him and went back down to the neutral. Now Nelson for Loomer near wing. Loomer with a little bit of real estate, enters in on side, hit into the wall. Pelletier in on that for Lincoln, as well as two other Steel players. They'll put it in behind their own net to Millet and begin their breakout. Lifted in the air, down the length of the ice. Nelson has to hurry up and get on that one. He'll play a backhand D-to-D for Young. Looking to get it to Loomer. Kohanski there to pick it up. Takes the reverse hit from Erickson. In behind now Millet once more. Millet jockeyed off of it by Pelletier. Now Bumgarner takes a hit from Loomer. Shorter, lifting that one down the length of the ice. Not enough on it for icing. Asher, he'll go for the chase there. Cooper Williams doing some great work. Finds Otto Karvinen in the low slot. Hops over his stick. And put back up forward by Tolan. Tolan past the red line. Can't protect it past Sauer. And now Sinersha lifts that one high in the air towards Sloper in the Stars' defensive end. Sloper plays it forward, looking for Vandertop just out in front of him. A whistle and an icing with 2:58 to play in the second. Menard out of his crease to play it back for Nick Young. He'll do the same to the far side of the ice for Drew Nelson. Nelson trying to win a race, but Chicago able to keep it in. Young to the near side wall. Loomer jockeying there. Picked up by Kohanski. Has Pelletier to his left. Finds Alex Pelletier past the blue line. Looking to feed it for Kohanski, who's also behind Loomer. And the Stars now to play defense as Eichler and Ibsen are on this defensive pair. Back up. Here comes Tolan swiping it towards Menard. Fought off by Ibsen nicely. Tell you what, Emery Ibsen's going to be a heck of a hockey player in this league. Here's Joseph Eichler barreling in on side. Eichler carrying, shooting off the side of the cage. Great pickup and great draftee of the Stars. Here's Kohanski with real estate. Kohanski walking, shooting, missing the net. Ibsen just finishing his way there. Young now plays D-to-D left side for Nelson. Nelson with his head up. Finds Pelletier at the red line. It's steered right back in by Chicago. Shots on goal 3-2 Stars in this period, but Chicago ices this puck. That'll be a big bolster to the Stars' offensive side of things, especially as Hirschfeld usually played with Pettersson, so you get one of those two back tomorrow for sure. We'll have to talk to Rocky Russo about Pettersson's condition. Puck dumped in by the Steel. Eichler trying to collect off the backhand, intercepted, a chance in for Bumgarner. Takes the shot, Menard made the save. Thought he had the rebound, he did not. Now back up through neutral, Casey Vandertop. He's got an assist tonight, trying to go forward for Rude. 14 minutes to play in the third. Again, our next whistle that's not an icing will be immediate timeout. To the point, Eichler. Sidesteps one man, pinned up along the far side wall. Vandertap came away with the puck. Jackson Rude for Malkasian. In on net, Malkasian shoots, he scores! Wyatt Harris, the defenseman, leaving it back in front. Pelletier, good job on the back check to take that chance away. Pelletier now on the left side goal line, lifting that one high in the air and in the neutral. Kohanski for Loomer. Behind the net now of Louis Vara. Back up ice come to Steel. They do a bad pass. Vandertop sends it back in. 10:45 to play in the third. Karvinen along the goal line. Walking in, Karvinen to Rudy, score! Goals for defensemen behind Nick Young. Deflected in front, Eichler put it high. Nearly a chance. Woo. Just as I was saying that would have been, as Shedeur Sanders would say, perfect timing. In behind the net, Kohanski looking to feed it into the honey hole for Loomer. Back up to the point, Eichler winds and fires. That one hit a stick on its way there. Pelletier's the only one that knows where it is. Tries to do an inside-out move, nothing doing. Now Kohanski loses it back up ice. Here comes Tolan on side. Tolan feeding it in front, looking for Erickson. Backhand feed in front again for Tolan. Now lifts it in front again. Kohanski's there. He whacks away at it for Pelletier left wing. He's got up ice. He's got a little bit of real estate, not a lot. Here's Loomer. Back to Pelletier. Holds. Sends it. Loomer put it high. It might have been blocked. He also took something up high, I think. He's holding his head a little bit over along the far side circle. He looks to be okay, though. Here's Sinersha. The near side wall, Pelletier. 6:45 to play in the third. In behind Menard. That's awesome. That is awesome. I can't stop smiling. Puck dumped in, Menard stops it behind the net. This is the most goals the Stars have scored at the ice box this season. Vandertop for Cunningham in behind the net. Forward trying to break Jackson Rude out for a hat trick bid, perhaps. Rude to Vandertop in front, just rolled past him. It's Loomer unassisted, they say, at 16:26. They'll change that. Pelletier found it along the far side of the ice. Hit by Cunningham along the far side of the ice. Less than 3 to play. 2:50 to play in the game. Here's Sloper for Cunningham.